Hello and welcome to the shed. That's Mr. Black. Hello Mr. Black. And today we're going to talk about the petrol tank, because we wanted to take it off when we wanted to pinstripe it, see pinstriping petrol tank, and we found out that it's a nightmare. So just to start you going through it, let me come down here. Let me turn the light on the camera. This is the main petrol line. Now this here you have to push up and that bit drops out. Now you will get a teaspoonful of petrol. Let me just soak that up. So it's just as simple as that. This pushes up and down, this pipe drops out. And to go back, it's exactly the same thing. You push that band up and that clips up into place. Except I didn't just do it, I just completely missed. So if Jeff grabs hold of the camera, hang on, you got to come all the way around?
I've got to walk around here. Right, let's just see.
Yeah, got my fingers. Yeah, it's quite awkward to get into. Put it into place, push that up, click that in. Push it up, it just drops out. So it's simple as that. But you will get a teaspoon of petrol each time you do it. Right, that's the petrol disconnected. You want to go around the front? Showing the nightmare that's at the front. Come down to the vent first, you old mucker.
Right.
To change them rolls. Vent, here, you got it?
I have now.
Yeah, vent. Right, all you do is pull this off. That gives you the vent off. Yep. There's nothing holding that on. Now, here is the issue. Let me just get the vent out of the way. Have you got that bugger?
Let's have a look. Yes.
Right, there is a clip on there with a little tag on it. You need to bend the tag out, get a screwdriver in and ping it off. I'll put the vent back on and we go around and show you the one on the other side, because there's a tube that goes right through the bike, which goes under the frame, means you can't lift up the petrol tank. Come around the other side. And there's the other one there. I can push it down.
Yeah.
Push it round. Now, I don't know if you see this. See that little pin there?
It's difficult to see.
But there's a little pin there that's slightly hooked that way. You have to get pliers, a screwdriver and knock it that way. Then there's a little lip here. You get a screwdriver under it and ping it off. It might be the other way up on the other side, but that's how you get that tube off. And we show you the clip up close when we actually got it off. But point the camera at me, please, Mother Matey.
Right.
There's a left side and a right. Turn the light. Turn the light off. I'm being blind. That one, I believe. Right. There's a left and a right side to the tank, and that pipe feeds the left and the right, or the right and the left, depends which way you want to look at it. And when you pull that pipe off, you'll get fuel pissing everywhere. There's no way of stopping it. You pull the pipe off, it comes from this side of the tank and it comes out of that side of the tank. So what we're going to do is pull the pipe off. I'll have to stick my finger over both pipes while Jeff gets a bit of hose in and clips it onto the tank. We haven't figured out any other way of draining the tank down. It's going to take two people to do this. You cannot do this on your own. Don't try it, because you have fuel going everywhere. Now the issue here is there's about 3 gallons of fuel in this petrol tank, isn't there? So that's about 14-15 litres of fuel we've got to get out and we've got to put somewhere. So we won't bother videoing us draining all the fuel out, because that's a waste of time. You know, you just go and say, oh yeah, okay, just standing here. But what we will show you is what we did to get the fuel out of the petrol tank. Alright, you can cut it there, me old mate, and we'll move on.
Okay. Here's a close-up of the clip itself. That little tang, little bit that's standing up there.
Let me get that profile. Yeah, that's
okay.
it. It's good.
That's the bit that gets bent over and stops you from releasing the clip, because the clip actually is now I'm not going to be able to push this by hand.
You're never going to get it in a million years, yeah.
Okay, but the bottom line is that in order to lift that bit up there, okay, and release it, that little tang has to be vertical. It's done deliberately. It's so that it doesn't accidentally open up. The problem is that there's nowhere that actually tells you how to do that.
No.
And as it happens, we're actually changing them into something that's a little bit more sensible. But that is entirely up to you.
Yeah, with pipe clips, but we don't know what happened to our sample pipe clip. We lost it, so we had to buy some others. It was too big anyway. But there you go.
But as a matter of interest, the standard pipe that they use to join the two pieces of the tank is 5/8 outer diameter, 5/16 inner diameter. Or if you want that in metric, it's 8mm internal and 15.5 or thereabouts external.
15.5, 14.5, 15?
15.5.
15.5.
Yeah.
All right, okay. All right then. So that's the clip off. Now we're going to show you how we drain the tank out. Okay.
Yeah.
We had the bit of plastic hosing. If you follow me down.
I'll follow you down.
That's what she said. You might have to poke it in here. Now when you pull this pipe off, right,
I need a light. Hang on. There we go.
Fuel gushes out of here. There's nothing you can do about it. Fuel gushes out of here. So you've got fuel coming from two things. So I was thumb on there, finger on there, while Jeff ran around.
But I still can't get it because
then he came in with this pipe
and simply
jammed it on there.
Except that there we go.
While fuel was gushing out of this end, which I had to put my finger on. This end went in a bucket or a petrol can, and I still was stuck here with my thumb on this hole because I couldn't take my thumb off because there was fuel in it. So, right, okay, so this side of the tank then drained down. I thought, oh, right, God, not wonderful. Now what am I going to do? I've got my my finger in the dike, haven't I? Because if I can take my thumb off here, petrol pissed off here. So I had to, how did we fix that?
You stayed there. I took the pipe off this side, which was now empty,
Yeah.
whipped round to the other side, pulled the joining pipe away and put
So
this
we pulled
on.
that on.
And that was when I got fuel all over my jeans.
So no matter what you do, fuel is going to go everywhere. So we come over to the other side.
Right.
We should have filmed us doing this because it was hilarious, us dealing with the thing. We already popped the clips. We told you how to do that. You pull the vent off, put the vent down there. You might have to get a pair of pliers or something and rotate that clip around the right way. If you come in with a screwdriver, this is expensive paintwork. Okay, so you release the clip off, pull it back, pull the pipe off. Petrol pissed out of there. I had to whack my finger on there.
And then it
Jeff
was
had to do
that.
Vomp again. So make sure you've got a bit of tube in that's internally
About
7,
8 mil.
Yeah. Stick it in a bucket of hot water so when you shove it on it will slip over. Right, so then now you pull the pipe out. Obviously you saw the taker's clip off. Clip slides off, more or less the same. It's just a short bit of linking pipe with
a concertina.
Concertina hosing.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see you for the next bit.